Here's a look at your daily market report on this Tuesday, the 4th day of March. Take a look at what's going around the auction barns today in the state. Ozarks Regional Stockyards in West Plains, they had 1,500 head overnight, expecting to have somewhere around 2,500 to 3,000 head by the time the day's done. Kingsville Livestock Auction, they're expecting about 3,000 head today. Unionville Livestock Market, they're having an off week this week, nothing there. Very light run expected at Lawley Brothers Livestock Market today. They've got a big pre-vax sale scheduled for next Tuesday. F&T Livestock Market, only about 300 head today. Most of those will be through the special cow sale there. On Monday, Tina Livestock Auction, they ended up with 2,004 head. The steers and heifers there sold mostly $5 to $15 higher. At Callaway Livestock Center on Monday, they ended up with 3,136 head. Feeder steers and heifers sold anywhere from firm undertones up to $4 higher on the few weights that they had tested. Much lighter run last week, so not a lot of good comparisons were available. A few stick-out sales at the auction included 44 head of steers weighing 509 pounds at $387.50. 120 head of steers, 905 pounds, brought $268.75. Potload of steers, 914 pounds, $265 and a quarter. Had 90 head of heifers, 561 pounds, $330, and a potload of heifers at 701 pounds. They sold at $271.75. At Joplin Regional Stockyards on Monday, when all was said and done there, they ended up with 13,100 head. Steers under 500 pounds were $5 to $15 lower. Weights over 500 pounds on the steer side stayed $8 higher. Heifers under 500 pounds sold steady to $11 lower. Heavier weights sold steady to $12 higher. The steers, medium and large ones, 400 to 500 pounds at $375 to $420, 5 to 6 weights at $3 1/4 to $395. Some 6 to 7 weight steers at $295 to $338, 7 to 8 weights at $256 to $306, 8 to 9 weights at $261 to $276 1/4. 900 to 1,000 pound steers sold from $240 to $258. The feeder heifers, 400 to 500 pounds, $330 to $375, 5-6 weights at $286 to $315, 6 to 7 weights at $256 to $309, 7 to 8 weight heifers at $244 to $267, some 8 to 9 weights at $230 and a half to $252. Springfield Livestock Marketing Center, they had their slaughter cattle auction on Monday, 547 head. Slaughter cows sold mostly stayed $2 lower. The bulls were stayed to $4 higher. The breaking boning slaughter cows at $129 to $143. Some high dressing up to $151. Lean cows at $114 to $133. The slaughter bulls in Springfield, average dressing bulls $160 to $182. Some high dressing bulls up to $204. Box beef cutout values, choice this morning, $313.92, down a penny. Select at $303.15, that's up 74 cents. Those values based on volume of 70 loads of cuts, trimmings, and grinds. The Choice Select spread setting at $10.77. Negotiated feedlot trades so far this week, less than 1,000 head reported. Not enough in any feeding region to really establish any kind of a market this early in the week. Live sales last week had a weighted average price of $197.84. Dress sales at $313.09. Taking a look at the futures markets this morning, live cattle for April, $193.62, up $1.37. June at $189.05, up 95. March feeder cattle, $2.25 lower at midday, $271.77. April at $270.40, down $1.65. Lean hogs for April, $81.77, that's down $1.92. May at $85.07, down $2.60. On the Board of Trade, grain markets continue to fall lower. March corn, $435 and a half. May at $452 and 3/4. July at $460 and a half. That's 3 to 4.5 lower. Soybeans at midday, they're 9 to 11 lower. March, $987. May, $10.02 and a half. July at $10.16 and 3/4. Wheat contracts, the nearby March is down 16 and a half. The rest of the contracts, 5 to 9 lower. March at $515 and a half, May at $538 and 3/4, July at $553 and a quarter. Soybean meal for March down $5.80 a ton at $284.30. Soybean oil for March at $42.20 a hundredweight, down 70 cents. With the Missouri Department of Agriculture, that's your daily market report for Tuesday. This is Tony Hancock.